Brothers and sisters in Islam, as well as in other faiths, I greet you all with the universal greetings of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. This is Brother Hussein. I ask Allah to guide me through this whole talk. We begin by praising Allah, the Most High, most gracious, most merciful. We seek for His forgiveness. We seek His protection. We seek protection from Allah, from the Akash Shaitan, and the evil that we do, and the evil consequences of our evil actions. Before I begin with my talk, I wish to humbly call on all Ghanaians, that's both MBP, NDC, and whatever political affiliation you are, to remain calm now the country is going through the transitional process. We hope that both parties would go through this successfully without any suspicion of any kind. Brothers and sisters, our topic for discussion is on patience and values of patience in Islam. Throughout the Quran, which is the manual for man's living, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala constantly reminded believers to bear patience, sabr, in all things. When calamity befalls or afflicts any one of us, we should strengthen ourselves, saying, from Allah we came from, and to Him is our return. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, who is our role model, went through many trials, but he continued to remain steadfast and bear patient to the highest ability. After the death of his uncle Abu Talib, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam was in danger. So he left for Taif with the hope of winning them over to Islam, winning over the people of Taif over to Islam. On reaching Taif, he visited three major clans in Taif by then, separately, and placed before each of them the message of Allah, and called upon them to stand by his prophet's side, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Instead of accepting his message, they refused to even listen to him, treating him with the most contemptuous and rude manner. They plainly told him that they didn't like his stay in their town. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was a rock of steadfastness and perseverance, did not lose hearts over them and try to approach the common people, the people on the street. But nobody wanted to listen to him. This was a prophet, but nobody wanted to listen to him. So how more you and I, who are just giving dawah to people? Instead, they asked him to clear off from their town and go wherever else he liked. When he realized effort being made meant nothing, he decided to leave. But what happened? They wouldn't let him depart in peace, no? Rather, they went after him and threw stones at him. They pelted him with stones till his whole body was covered with blood and his shoes were clogged to his feet. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam left the town in this woeful plight. After he managed to leave Taif, the heavens were moved away. He made dua to Allah. The dua is mentioned in one of these in Sahih Bukhari. I've forgotten the reference, but inshallah I'll find it and share it with you people. He left the town in this woeful plight and he made dua to Allah, and the heavens were moved by his prayer. And Jibril alayhi salam appeared to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, greeting him with Assalamu alaikum, and said, Allah knows all that has passed between you and these people. He has deputed an angel in charge of the town on the mountains to be at your command. Saying this, Jibril alayhi salam ushered the angel before the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. The angel greeted him and said, O Prophet of Allah, I am at your service. If you wish, I can cause the mountains overlooking this town on both sides to collide with each other, so that all people therein will be crushed to death. Or you may suggest any punishment for them if it was you and I who was being maltreated, being humiliated by these people, just because you went to tell them, to flee from worship of idol to the worship of the only one true God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You repelled it. What were you going to do? But he forgave them because he understood that one day, inshallah, even if they do not accept his message out of their progeny, there are people who are going to accept his message and worship Allah. This was the content of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the man that we claim to follow. He was already given the opportunity to punish these people who have made him bleed. But instead of that, his love and merciful heart shone this and chose not to give them any trouble. Subhanallah. Brothers and sisters, I'm not going to sugarcoat. I love you all for the sake of Allah, and I know you do love me also for the sake of Allah, for Allah's sake. Most of us, when afflicted with sickness, we turn to the soothsayers, malams, instead of turning to Allah. There's this long hadith in Sahih Bukhari that I would want us to take a lesson from. Now, this particular hadith was narrated by Abu Huraira. May Allah be pleased with him. He said he heard Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's a very long hadith, so we take it one after the other. He said, the example of a believer is that of a fresh tender plant from whatever direction the wind comes. It bends it, but when the wind becomes quiet, it becomes straight again. Similarly, a believer is afflicted with calamities, but he remains patient till Allah removes his difficulties. And the impious wicked person is like a pine tree which keeps hard and straight till Allah cuts it down when he wishes. In this particular hadith, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is telling us that a believer is the one who remains steadfast when afflicted with pains or sickness. And I can give you a reference to this hadith. This hadith is in Sahih Bukhari, number 588, and I think volume 9. Yes, please. 558 rather, volume 9. So you can check on it. Allah says in the Quran in Surah Al-Imran, O you who believe, preserve and endure and remain patient and fear Allah that you may become successful. Allah says those who remain steadfast, who persevere and endure and remain patient and fear Allah, they may be successful. Surah Al-Imran, the chapter 3 of the Quran, verse number 200 is in this. And also in Surah Al-Zumar, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honor the one that bears patience in a very beautiful and a well-decorated manner. Indeed, the patient will be given their reward without an account. Subhanallah. Brothers and sisters, you could also take lessons from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he lost his wife Khadija radiallahu anha. The only one who believed in his message at a time when nobody was calling him, when everybody was calling him names. He lost his womb. This woman, his uncle Abu Talib, the same year. But Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam bear patience. Patience is a necessity for life, for success in life. So whoever is patient and go through the troubles of life will be successful at the end of the day. He bear patience, and years after that, he was able to conquer Mecca. And inshallah, on the day of the conquest of Mecca, he asked the people that vilified him, those that maltreated him, those that killed some of his early companions. He asked them, what do you think I'm going to do to you today? And they started to shout praises on him, saying, you are a son of an honorable man, and as Allah wills, he forgave them. He didn't take the chance to pay them back for all the torture he received from them. When power and authority was finally his, but he forgave them. He forgave them. In that moment, all of the people of Mecca came back to him and said, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Literally means there's no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his servant and messenger. Therefore, we can conclude that patience goes with being content and being able to forgive your brother in case he or she steps on your toes. One person who has gained my respect over the years is His Excellency John Dramani Muhammad. Brother, I'm not sure quoting. Allah knows who I voted for, even though I don't vote for Kufar, but Allah knows whoever we voted for. But the truth is that, regardless of how the public shows insult at him, I've never seen him angry before. The truth is that anger blocks chances for the believers. Because instead of you to focus on how to please Allah and attain His mercy, you are rather busy angry at someone else. Brothers and sisters, if I said anything from here that is not from Allah, may Allah forgive me and guide you also as well. It's very important we constantly remind ourselves because Allah says in the Quran that reminders only benefit the believer. So we should constantly remind ourselves. Brothers and sisters, I'm not the Mufti, I'm not the Sheikh, I'm not an Ustaz, I'm not a scholar of Islam, I'm just a student of knowledge. We'll end here, and if Allah wills and we're still alive, we shall continue to remind ourselves. We ask Allah to forgive us, to give us patience, to give patience to every household that there is no patience. We ask Allah to strengthen us in the path of patience and heal. We also ask Allah to strengthen us in the path of Islam. And make us among those who bear patience and return to Him whenever we are afflicted with any form of sickness. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.